the innovators are going to be the adopters who figure out how to discover things that work best in their own operation. And we've heard that several times, I think, already from this morning's panels, that different firms, different business settings, different resource base, different comparative advantages of an operation are going to drive which particular technologies are going to work best in their situation. I will say that from an industry perspective, home run technologies, the ones that are going to have the really largest potential for wide-scale adoption and biggest benefit to the industry, are those that are going to have dimensions that influence positively both production efficiency and product characteristics to the consumer. A lot of times you'll look at our technologies that we've developed and you'll see that they're not always complementary between the production efficiency and the end product that the consumer receives in terms of quality. A lot of times it might be complementary to price, but sometimes maybe not in the same vein. I think those are going to be the home run technologies, and those are going to be the ones that are going to be no-brainers for those that can adopt quickly. Now, the other setting, like I say, technology is going to be having different values for different players depending on scale, depending on resource base, and depending on what they're doing. But I'm a huge believer that we've got to develop technologies with both producer and consumer in mind, and I'm not sure we've done that as much as we can.
I mean, to me, when we're talking about return on investment for some of the things out there, the new technologies or whatever, the question we always get is, well, who's going to pay me more to do it? How am I going to get more revenue? And in today's environment, that may not be what's going to happen. But we look at it from what are you going to save, how much more efficient you're going to be, what are your cost savings? Because either way, whether you get paid more or you reduce cost, it's going to the bottom line. And so if you can reduce cost, you're still going to have an advantage because you're going to be more profitable and have a lower break even.
Yeah, I would agree with everything they said. I mean, I think when you're looking at the producer level and we're talking about sustainability actions that might have a reflection on ROI, I think that the producer needs to think, big picture, long term. We can't just look at I'm going to adopt this new strategy and what's my ROI going to be next year. I think it's more of kind of what both Paul and Ted said, that you're going to have to look at that action and what's the long-term benefit, not only from ROI, but from the industry perspective. Is it going to help me stay relevant? How is it going to affect my product? And, kind of look at the whole thing as value. What's the value that I'm going to get out of that by doing that action from ROI down the road, kind of long-term?